ꯉꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯊꯥꯒꯠꯆꯒꯗꯧꯔꯤꯕ ꯚꯤꯗꯤꯑꯣꯁꯦ ꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯇ꯭ꯌ ꯁꯥꯏ ꯍꯣꯁꯄꯤꯇꯥꯜ ꯋꯥꯏꯠ ꯐꯤꯜꯗ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯕꯦꯡꯒ꯭ꯂꯣꯔꯗꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯕꯦꯡꯒ꯭ꯂꯣꯔꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯋꯥꯏꯠ ꯐꯤꯜꯒꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯗ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯁꯇ꯭ꯌ ꯁꯥꯏ ꯍꯣꯁꯄꯤꯇꯥꯜ ꯁꯤꯗꯩꯁꯤꯗ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯠꯃꯦꯟꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯏꯗꯨꯀꯦꯁꯟꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯇ꯭ꯌ ꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯦꯗꯤꯀꯦꯜ ꯗꯥꯏꯔꯦꯛꯇꯔꯅ ꯏꯟꯁꯇꯤꯇ꯭ꯌꯨꯁꯟꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯝꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯐꯦꯠꯇꯪ ꯗꯤꯇꯦꯜ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯋꯥꯍꯩ ꯈꯔ ꯊꯝꯅꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯄꯔꯃꯤꯁꯟ ꯄꯤꯔꯛꯄꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯨꯡ ꯏꯟꯅ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯑꯩ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯂꯩꯔꯤ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯃꯥꯒ ꯎꯅꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯋꯥꯔꯤ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯕꯒꯤ ꯚꯤꯗꯤꯑꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯐꯦꯠꯇꯪ ꯊꯥꯒꯠꯆꯔꯛꯀꯦ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯄꯨꯟꯅ ꯃꯤꯠꯌꯦꯡ ꯇꯝꯃꯤꯟꯅꯁꯤ.
Hi Ram. We are happy to have a principal of C College of Nursing with us along with your associates. We are also thankful to you for sending your students for further exposure and training here. And I think they are helping us and they are also learning in Bhagya. That's a good thing. So we welcome you to our institution and to collaborate with us. We are thankful really. And thank you for your visit also. So as you expressed, you would like to hear about the hospital and what are the facilities that it has, so that you can translate into your own language Manipuri and for the benefit of the people in your far-flung areas, for them to know both from patients, students and doctors' point of view what are the facilities available here. So briefly I will summarize about what are the facilities we have and recount to you some of the special features of the hospital. So this hospital is called the Sri Satya Sai Institute of Higher Medical Sciences. There are two higher medical sciences hospitals established by Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba and which are being run by the trust that he established. Trust is located in Puttaparthi and the trust runs the educational and the medical institutions. So among the super speciality hospitals, the first hospital was at Puttaparthi itself. It started in the year 1991. This hospital was started 10 years later in the year 2001. And the Bhagwan's vision was that super speciality type of care which is out of reach of a lot of people in the country because it is not available to them both by number of facilities as well as the cost. Out of reach of many people. So he felt that there should be a hospital that provides these completely free of cost, but at a very highest advanced standards with no compromise. So the achievement and effort and vision has been to provide whatever is given in the best of institutions. So if you take diagnostic facilities, then the materials or medicines or the instruments or the specialized equipment that is used, they are the best that any institution will have, even if it is a completely paying institute or it's a national institute. Whatever they are having, those are being used here also. But this hospital is special in that there is no billing counter. There is no charge to the patient at any point. In fact, when they come in for admission, they are given the clothes as well as the food and the medicines while in the hospital. And all the treatment and diagnosis, whether it's a cardiac catheterization or open heart surgery or a neurosurgery or any of the other specialties, they're all done free of cost. And like I mentioned, it is with absolutely, as we say, the state-of-art equipment. If you take the scanners like the MRI or the CT scanner or the ultrasound machines or the cardiac cath lab or the heart lung machines or the neurosurgical equipment, all of them are whatever is very contemporary and the best available. The other speciality of the hospital is that, as you might have experienced when you come in, it does not have that the fear or that tension producing atmosphere of a normal hospital nowadays. Because by grace of Bhagwan Baba, there is a certain ambience. He wanted a certain atmosphere, certain ambience. So there's a lot of space. There's what we believe is a lot of healing vibrations. It pacifies the patient, takes away the anxiety. So that contributes a lot to the healing process. So coming to our specialities, among the super speciality hospital, super specialities, we have got cardiology and cardiothoracic and vascular surgery. So this includes in cardiology, it includes all conditions pertaining to ailments of the heart, whether for adults or children. So all the other facilities required, such as angiography, angioplasty, stenting, balloon procedures, all these are done regularly in our cardiac cath lab. Similarly, pacemaker implantations, these kind of things are done regularly. And in cardiac surgery, again, all the types of cases of adult and pediatric cardiac surgery are done. So it is coronary artery bypass surgery, valve replacement surgery, closing holes in the heart, blue baby operations, all these are done. In neurosurgery, again, all varieties of non-trauma cases are done. That means brain tumors, both benign and malignant, neurovascular malformations, the entire various kinds of spine ailments. All these things are done in neurosurgery. So we have certain other what is called general specialties. We don't have every specialty, but we have a certain list of specialties. So one is the obstetrics and gynecology. That caters to childbirth and all the related things. Then there is pediatrics department. There is general medicine, general surgery, ophthalmology, ENT, orthopedics, and psychiatry also. So in orthopedics, for instance, joint replacements, arthroscopy, all these procedures are being done. Similarly, if you take general surgery, laparoscopic surgery, all different kinds is being done. If you take ophthalmology, both surgery for cataract as well as for retinal disorders, and neuro-ophthalmology is being done. ENT also caters to both regular conditions as well as some rare conditions which cannot easily be treated elsewhere, for which they need some specialized equipment. So all these are going on. Patients come to us from all parts of the country, particularly from Northeast. We get a lot of patients. Um, uh, Patients, when they come here, they also have a facility for them to stay. Patients and their families at subsidized rates. Food is also provided at subsidized rate. But when they enter the hospital, it is entirely free. They don't have to pay anything. Of course, because it's a free hospital and there are large numbers of patients, there is some amount of waiting period involved. So they may have to come initially and be seen and get registered, and initial diagnosis and decision has to be made. Then they are put in a certain list for that particular condition, and they may have to go and come back after some time when their turn comes. Of course, in the case of emergencies or certain things that cannot wait for a very long time, we may take up earlier also, depending on what is the requirement. As far as nowadays, there is more scope for telemedicine also. That means there is a way in which the patients can upload their investigations onto one particular platform. So the doctors here can go through it and they can then decide what is the urgency of that particular case. Also, whether they should come immediately here, they should come only here, or they can go to some particular facility locally. So they can be guided on the telemedicine. So that is helpful for follow-up patients also. So for every little thing, they don't have to come all the way physically here. And nowadays, thanks to technology, if they get a echocardiogram or they get a CT scan somewhere else, they can be seen here. Both the reports as well as the actual scan can be seen. So they can also contact a helpline. For helpline, we have got a number of volunteers who are looking after the helpline. So that normally what happens is when somebody calls, a person may not understand everything that they say, and then that particular person might have to get some clarification. Then they may not get back to that person. Or when that person calls again, a new person is there and they have to begin all over again. So that is taken care of by some aspects, like the same person whom they spoke to first, they can again follow up. And they will arrange for some call back also facility in answer to their queries. So the helpline will be very useful for people who are far away.
So what about for the education for students?
So as regards students, then there is a College of Nursing that runs a BSc nursing course. So around 50 students are taken per year. It's for only girl students. And there are a few number of seats that government allocates. Otherwise, they can apply. There is a on the website, and there is an admission process, and it's a 4-year course. They get a BSc nursing. It is completely free of cost for them.
So what is the procedures of doing and getting admission here for this BSc?
So every year, if you see the website of the hospital, they will announce the particular admissions. Then there is an online application process. They can start from there. Then stepwise they will go. Then there is an entrance exam that is also conducted online. Then after that there will be a selection process and they will be taken for the course. The symbol of the organization, as you might have seen, Swami has made what's called as a Sarvadharma symbol. That means all the religions in the world, whatever ultimately in the philosophical sense, all the religions are one. So Swami believed that there is a welcoming of all religions and taking the principles of all the religions. So similarly, all festivals of important to the religions can be celebrated, and it is very open. There is no restriction. And apart from that, there are courses in allied health sciences. We have 5 courses. One in cardiovascular care includes cath lab technology, and cardiac surgery, it is OT perfusion technology. Then there is OT tech or anesthesia technology. Then radiology imaging. Then laboratory medicine. So these are also BSc courses.
Okay, so these also through entrance.
Yes, and through the entrance. Okay. And one thing is that since education, everything is completely free. Okay. Of course, when they come here, there are some nominal charges pertaining to the hostel and diet. Yeah. And I think pertaining to the university exam. Okay. Otherwise, there is no other fee. Okay. But they have to give an undertaking to serve for 3 years. Okay. Once they complete the course. Okay. They are welcome to stay and become the staff nurses also. Okay. But some of them have got their family requirements and other things. Yes. So some of them may not be able to continue. Okay. But there is a 3-year requirement that they should serve the institution after their free education. Okay. Other courses other than nursing, we have the national board in cardiac sciences, both cardiology and CTVS, neurosurgery, and there are fellowship programs by the local Rajiv Gandhi University in cath lab and the pediatric cardiac surgery. Like that, some fellowship programs are there for doctors. So in a nutshell, these are the medical services and educational services that are available here.
So according to your advice, so here education part and treatment part, it is completely free of cost.
Yes.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind information.
Sure.
So definitely I can share this message to my people who does not know about this institution.
Yes.
So definitely that will be support for the people who cannot afford to pay for the treatment and education. Sir. Thank you very much.
The other thing I want to tell you is, in the Satya Sai organization, there is a national Satya Sai Seva organization.
Okay, sir.
Which has got units in every state. Okay. They do a lot of work all around the country, both in terms of the spiritual as well as social service, and disaster relief, medical services, veterinary services. Many things are done for the benefit of the local community. And from them, there are also volunteers who come by rotation to do volunteer seva. 1 week at a time, 2 weeks at a time. So what happens is, for them also it's a chance to come to see what is all available, and they can contribute whatever they can by their own work. Not necessarily financial or anything. For instance, whatever is their skill, they can come and participate. And that builds a connection both to their local, state unit as well as. So what happens when patients want to know about treatment, and also later on when patients are followed up. Increasingly, these organizations, the patients of that area, they go and they follow up with them. They conduct a little program with the doctors and everything to guide them. So from far off places like maybe Manipur, they can be in touch if they know who is the state organization. They can get some communication with them, so that they can plan to come for seva, and they can guide the patients. And when patients want to go back later on, when they go back and they want some further help, they have some local resource also. So that also is a good extension of the that actually is called the Sai Rehabilitation Program. SRT is being done in more and more states now. So the Sevadal system and this thing will help both before surgery or before treatment and after treatment also.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much
Yeah.
for your valuable
Okay.
time.
Sure.
Okay,
Thank
you.
you.